This year, I had made a promise to myself that I will make more of an effort to get out, to go out there and to support more live music and the venues that host them. As embarrassing as it is, I said the exact same thing last year and my efforts failed. But this time, I believe I have the necessary motivation to do so. And I want to share that motivation with you with the hopes that you too also become motivated to get yourself out there to support live music and the venues that support them. Welcome to the Swag and Jazzy channel, the channel that fosters creativity and inspiration. In today's video, we're going to talk about live music and the venues that host and support live music, and why I feel more compelled this year as opposed to last year in making an effort and putting myself out there when it comes to supporting live music. But before we get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I can use about 600 more subscribers. And also make sure you give this video a thumbs up, a like if you like the video. And if you have any questions or you want to make a comment about this video, make sure you leave it in the comment section. Now, there has been times last year when an artist or a band will come to my neck of the woods and I will get excited about getting out to go see them and to support them. And I would never follow through. And why did that occur? Why did my failures occur last year? I don't know why. I can't remember that far back as to what the reasons were. Maybe because I got sidetracked, maybe because it was cost, it wasn't in my funds. Who knows? I can't remember that far as to why my failures occurred last year of not being motivated enough to go out there to support these live artists and the venues that host them that would be in my town or come and the artists that will come to my town. But I want you to remember something, what I just mentioned earlier. I don't know why, the word why. And I think I found the reason as to why I did not follow through on the support that I wanted to give to those bands and the venues that host them last year. Now, I'm not talking about some type of Beyonce level type of concert where I'm hearing of people paying upwards to $1,000 per ticket in a gigantic football arena, which frankly isn't my kind of thing. But for those of you who dig that kind of stuff, more power to you. But what I'm pretty much referring to is the small venues that are out there that are able to host and are willing to promote up and coming emerging artists. We're talking about the small mom and pop venues like the Catalina Bar and Grill in Hollywood, California, the Birchmere Music Hall in Alexandria, Virginia, and the Lincoln Theater in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is where I am really becoming more gung-ho to get out there to support up-and-coming emerging artists that most people have never heard of, but you can discover if you will take the time out and make time to go see these artists. And at the same time, you'll be doing a great justice to these small venues that are that exist. And we're going to get more into that later on in the video, so keep watching. So from last year's debacle of me failing to commit and making sure that I went out and supported live artists as they came to my neck of the woods and the venues that reside in my neck of the woods, I did a little bit of thinking and reflecting and trying to figure out what will be different in terms of my commitment to supporting live artists and the venues that host them. What will be different this year than from last year to make sure that I wouldn't make the same mistake twice? Well, in my reflection, I had found out that I was missing a main motivating component as from last year when I got the itch to wanted to go out to support live musicians and bands and the venues that supported them. The main ingredient I was missing last year was the why. The why, the feeling of why I felt compelled to get off my butt to go out to support these artists as they were coming to my town. That was the main ingredient I was missing, was the why I wanted to do this. But this year, I have found the why, and therefore, because I have found a why, I'm going to share it with you, and it has lit fire under my butt. And so, the why that I found for me to be more motivated to get out there to support live music is because live music is in danger altogether. And if we all continue to not pay attention as to what's going on with live music and the small venues that support live music, we may not see it in the foreseen future. So there you have it. That's my why. That's my why of wanting to get out there to support these local artists or actually the local venues that bring in the artists to be supported. So both the venues and the artists. So basically, in a nutshell, live music is on the verge of becoming extinct, just like dinosaurs. Okay. If you know anything or have any idea of your entertainment history, if you remember, or none of us remember because we weren't alive back then, but back in the day of your grandfathers, maybe your great grandfather, there was a thing called vaudeville shows, and they were the entertainment dominance of the 19th and early 20th century. And the vaudeville shows disappeared because of the invention of radio, movies, and television. Live music could be on that same trajectory, just like vaudeville, in becoming extinct. So yes, my why is fear-based. Yes, the fear of losing the accessibility to experience live music, but also importantly to experience live music, new music, which is normally held in small and pop venues, music halls of that such, that are starting to disappear. And these small mom and pop venues was a place for a emerging artist to hone their talents, to practice being on stage, to get used to being in front of an audience. You know, you start small, you grow big. However, since the pandemic, a lot of these small and pop music venues have closed, and some have even closed after the pandemic. Now, understandably so, the ones that closed during the pandemic, it was just a it was a challenge because we couldn't move like we used to freely, and everybody pretty much stayed put. But the ones that closed after the pandemic, I believe what has happened is that we have got into a custom norm of not wanting to go out and not wanting to go out past our front porch for entertainment. And I think that's where the problem lies. We've got complacent in going out to support these small mom and pop music venues. And we've gotten accustomed to streaming on our big smart TVs. We can access all forms of entertainment at the push of a remote button. If most basically have adopted the mindset, why get dressed, drive, find parking, and stand in line when I can stay at home and loungewear, pick up a remote, press a button, watch an artist perform right in my home? And as a result, the small mom and pop music venue that provided live music suffers, especially when the consumer has a choice of being more comfortable and frankly a choice that is more cheaper for the person to have their entertainment streamed right into their living room through electronic technology. And adding to the problem in terms of the difficulty or the potential difficulty in the future of being able to experience live music in a small mom and pop music type venue is that emerging artists are not seeking the stage per se in this day and age. Emerging artists are now seeking fame and followers online as opposed to the stage. And depending on where that small venue is located, it may not have access to an abundance of talent to perform on its venue stage. So that presents another challenge for the small mom and pop venue to be viable economically. So this will conclude the video. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the video and leave a comment if you like. Even if you don't do that, I just hope that you walk away after seeing this video that you be inspired to get out and go and support live music. There are artists out there that are really trying to get themselves exposed, and I think we can meet them halfway. We just have to make an effort to do so. And everybody needs art in their life. So take it upon yourself this year to make an effort to get out, find first what's in your area, that small mom and pop music venue that hosts live music and live bands, and get yourself out there and just go out there and have a beer and just enjoy the entertainment or experience the entertainment. Just do something new for yourself this year, and my hope is that you will just do that. Anyway, that's it for the video. May you be well, and peace and blessings to you. And signing off here from the Swag and Jazzy channel. Take care. Bye.